to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. I am Jen.
Amanda.
Kathleen.
And Haley.
Haley's back!
Back again.
Yay! So, let's see. This is a podcast all about knitting and crochet and things you can do with yarn.
Yes.
Sometimes weaving, sometimes spinning, sometimes embroidery. It depends on what we're doing right now.
Now we're all rushing for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, now we're all like manically.
A lot of knitting, right? I have nothing but knitting today.
I have nothing but knitting because I still have not done my temperature blanket since like March.
I have a languishing crochet project which I have not worked on.
So
there we go.
We have knitting today.
We have knitting today.
We are filming this in the run-up to Christmas. Hanukkah is over, which
Hanukkah is way behind us.
Way behind us because it was so early this year.
Super early.
So, but meanwhile, that like kickstarted my kids into being like, holiday, 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 holiday,
Holiday all the time.
And then their advent calendaring and
I feel like the whole world.
the whole world.
Has an advent calendar
Right.
this year.
Oh yeah. Some people have 6.
I'm so jealous of you guys with your advent calendars. I don't have. My kids have some, but
It's funny. I used to do them when Haley was really little,
The
but
chocolate one.
yeah, but we had really gotten out of the habit. Though actually, you know what we did not say? It is episode.
Oh my gosh.
You want to guess?
we're Montclair, New Jersey's local yarn store.
Yes.
And this is episode
68.
Close. 66.
Dang!
Wow, I haven't watched a lot. I didn't have.
Haley's been in
I
college.
didn't, yeah.
You need
First
to
semester.
hit like and subscribe down below.
That's right.
Don't forget
I
to like and
subscribe.
subscribe.
And put on the alarm bell so you'll get the notifications when we have a new podcast.
There we go.
Well, and actually,
or a new Vlogmas because
that's what I was going to say. If you
We've been
follow us,
Vlogmissing.
yay, Amanda, who is doing editing every single night.
I don't
No
know
matter
how
what
you're
time it is. I don't know. And
When I-
she's still smiling.
Oh,
and awake.
when I pushed post last night, I was like, I'm more than halfway done. I'm more than halfway done.
That's
We're
right,
more than
that's
halfway
right,
done.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yes,
Like,
for sure. 13th.
It's a lot of fun, and I love seeing everybody's day every day. It's
Yeah,
super
it's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of work.
It's a
It
lot
is.
of work. Oh my
It's at
goodness.
least an hour and a half every day.
I'm
The
sure.
unfortunate part of like social media is that everyone makes it look easy,
Yes.
They really
but
do.
it actually is so much.
There's
To
a
get
lot of
8
so
minutes of video,
time-consuming.
it's like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
have we improved our whole process through the
Yes.
thing? Like,
The first day, it took me 3.5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
That's
that was
crazy.
not happening every night. No way. So
This is better.
yeah, we've. I mean, I definitely feel like the first one I don't even know if nervous is the right term, but I was a little
Just
like
new at
not
it.
sure what I was doing and everything, and now by the end of the first day I was thinking, ooh, and tomorrow I'll do, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not doing tomorrow,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
It's fun to rotate every 4 days,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
really good.
last night you did yours, and I actually posted within an hour of when I started.
That is
was
amazing.
the fastest I've ever done.
That's
it.
great.
And it looks
That's
so
great.
By the
I was
time
really
we
happy.
Check it
hit-
out. It was Kathleen's birthday yesterday.
It
Yay!
was. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank
birthday.
you. Thank you. We had a lot of fun. Yep. And actually, as we did, well, for people that follow my personal Instagram, I didn't post for Haley's birthday until about 3 days after because we do celebrate birthday weeks in our family.
You know,
So-
sometimes you got to do it that way.
Yeah, I maxed it out. We had 2 nice birthday dinners for my birthday.
Well,
this
I
time.
bet you'll get a lot of comments down below. So you'll have like an extended birthday week.
Yeah,
For
there
happy
we go.
birthday
Exactly.
For longer.
Exactly.
Oh, we would be remiss if we didn't say we picked a prize winner from last week.
We did. And
Did not
thank
want to
you.
forget that.
Thank you for all your suggestions on
Yes.
the LBA colors we should do. And basically
Yeah.
the
Oh,
answer
good, yeah.
the answer was all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
So, no, it is still helpful. I'm gonna go through.
We kind
and,
of-
you
There's a lot
know,
of colors.
there's
yeah.
a lot of color, and I was looking through when I was scrolling through the comments and looking, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that would be a good color. Oh yeah, no, that would be a good color. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all of them. All of them
yeah.
would be a good color.
I'll take one of each. Thank you.
I'll take like 10 of each. How's that?
So, and actually, we don't have our prize with us here today. Haley, would you mind running to get the Acreworks toolkit? We can just show that.
Oh, yes.
I love the Acreworks toolkit. It's
also,
really fun.
That's a good one if you've got somebody.
Yeah, if you need a gift and you don't know what to get someone,
You're
and
coming
they're
in
And
embroidering-
we have a handful of them left, and
Anything with
actually,
the word kit
I think
in
we
the
sold
name?
2 yesterday. Just
This would be
in,
great
in the
even-
3 hours I was here on my birthday.
By itself or with a gift card.
Yeah.
That's
So
perfect.
this is the Acreworks toolkit, and the winner from the last episode was Julia Morrissey.
Yay,
Julia
Julia!
did answer a question, and so comment below or email us at hello@shopyarnia.com and send me your address, and we'll get it right out to you. All right?
The email address is down below.
Yeah.
In the down bar, what do we call it?
The doodly boots down below. That thing.
So congrats. And
we have a giveaway this week.
We do have a giveaway this week, and do we want to talk about it later, though?
We'll talk about it later.
Know what our question is. Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. We'll figure out a question, so you got to watch through.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
It's fun anyway.
It strikes us mid podcast what the question should be.
I like that. I think it's actually very organic. It's fun.
I think it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's organic. That means we don't plan it.
Right. That means we didn't write anything down.
We write some things down.
It's natural. Kathleen writes things down, and then
and then I probably forget to send the pictures I was supposed to send.
That's okay. And then I text her at 11 at night. And I'm like, what about this picture?
I was supposed to send you a picture of Haley's birthday, because that was a really cute one. Maybe we do that in the next episode, her Cosmo and cake picture.
Yeah, because Haley is a legal drinker.
Izzy went and got the same order. Izzy had the same order at Faubourg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which
really?
Izzy? Oh, Izzy Eisen?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Because our birthdays
one of her
are 5
almost
days
birthday
apart.
twins,
We met when we were
like
1. And she had the same exact order.
Oh, funny.
As you should.
I mean, seriously, it's much better than my flaming tequila shot at Marita's Cantina in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania on my 21st birthday. Which, let me tell you, I don't like tequila, and I don't like things, I mean, I do like things on fire, but I don't like things on fire.
I like things that are like candles on fire, not.
And I was like, I'm just going to let this burn for a while, because then it'll burn off all of the, like, terrible, gross tequila that I'm not going to drink.
That's so funny.
I was pregnant on my 21st birthday.
Oh, man.
With my baby who's turning 20 next Monday.
Oh.
So I did not drink anything.
Yeah. We had very different 21st birthdays.
Oh, heck yeah. We did.
Anyway,
Okay.
we should
I grew up in New York, where they didn't card you even when you were 15 or 16, so my 21st birthday was not much of an event.
That's why I went to Marita's Cantina, because they carded. They were the fancy place. The fancy place with the flaming tequila shop. Not a fancy place.
Yeah.
As opposed to Roach's and O'Brien's, which is where my dad used to underage drink, and where I underage drank as well. It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Chicago. I'm sure I probably went to some place that, that did card as well, but we had plenty of places that didn't, so again, it wasn't that much of a thing,
Good times. Don't underage drink, kids.
Wine with dinner with your family.
Poor Amanda is like, I can't bleep out this entire conversation.
Well, no. Well, and I'm just thinking, what prevents underage drinking is underage pregnancies, which is what got me in the state that I'm in. People are like, you look too young to have 7 kids. I'm like, I am.
I started early.
Oh my goodness.
So,
we should get into it.
Should we talk about some finished objects?
Yes, because I actually have some this time.
Yay.
Shocker.
Sure.
Oh wait, am I going first then? Okay.
Well, since you talked.
I did speak. So I threw a whole bunch of stuff over on Amanda's side. Okay, so I'm going to show the first finished object, which I will wear at some point. But
This deserves a big cheer. This is amazing. I love it.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Ta-da!
Yay! It's
This
so fun.
Is the Betty and Judy Lodge sweater.
This is like everybody's making this sweater this year.
It is
so popular and so beautiful.
It's so cute. It is such a well-written pattern. It's by POISON GRRLS, GRRLS.
And then I started browsing their other patterns too.
So cute. Such an Amanda aesthetic. Like, they're all fitted. I left out the waist shaping because my waist goes out and not in. So it will look shaped-ish. It's form-fitting enough. It's a contiguous style pattern, and it's got the sweetest little keyhole.
It's just adorable.
Which I sewed on a vintage crystal button.
Beautiful.
That is adorable.
I did modify it slightly. They have a garter edge written in the pattern, and I did an incorporated I-cord edge instead.
That's
I like
pretty.
that. Yeah.
Because I don't like things super turned around my neck. I lowered the neckline ever so slightly. I did 4 extra rows of the white to lower it.
I've heard a few people make that modification.
Yeah. And then I did an I-cord edging. So I picked up
Love
and
it.
then
That's beautiful.
did I-cord edging for the same reason. And also, like, I don't know, I like the way
You
it
pick up
looks.
a knit, and then you I-cord from there?
So I picked up, this was a cast on, so I picked up a knit, and then it immediately did an I-cord bind off.
Nice.
And I modified the sleeves. I used the puff sleeve, which I freaking love.
So
That's
pretty.
adorable.
It's beautiful.
So cute. I changed it to short sleeves because I'm going to an ugly sweater party this weekend, and I was like, I do not want to wear an ugly sweater, but I'm going to wear a cute vintage sweater.
Kitschy
That's
sweater.
great. Yeah.
And so I knew I was going to be hot because I'm always hot. So short sleeves plus this is 3 balls of Prosecco Ultra Wool
Right here.
in red chili, and 1 ball in the white, and I used 1 ball less than
For
a
your
ball
green,
for my green. And the pattern modification, they had a slightly different color work kind of transition into the ribbing. And I just did the same one that was on the yoke. But it's super cute.
It's adorable.
I'm very happy with it. I did a tubular bind off and then adjusted the tubular bind off so it had enough ease, and twisted rib.
Beautiful.
So, and it came together super quick because it's worsted weight.
Yeah, worsted makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
I did the bobbles separately, and I did the bobbles
So
in
cute.
a metallic pearl cotton.
Wow.
Really cool.
So it's a little shimmery.
Yeah. Beautiful.
But yes, so I will take a picture
Great
at some
job.
point after the party. Although, you know what? Vlogmas.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing
Yeah.
Vlogmas
You are doing
that
Vlogmas
day.
on that day.
Yeah.
Because we knew you'd be wearing your sweater.
We'll see this. And I'm going to go like full 50s drag. So I have a green circle skirt.
All
I
right.
also have a green plaid circle skirt, and I have
You
somewhere
have
I
a green
have
sweater
petticoat.
too? At
Maybe-
least 4 or 5?
I have
Maybe
about
you
50.
There's a
can.
theme.
I have
Maybe
50
you can
green
do a little
sweaters.
fashion show as part of your Vlogmas that day. The different outfits.
Yeah, I could try it out.
Green.
And then, I even got like little shoe clips that have like, they're like feathery pom-poms.
That's so fun.
Because they were like $5. And I was like, sweet, we're going to do that. But now I have to wrestle them away from the cats because they're like,
They think they're toys.
pom-poms.
Which
I'm
one?
wearing the bag.
This one?
Yeah, I think. Wait, does this have... This is whips. Oh, the stack of crap.
Maybe too dark. Maybe
That stuff.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, now we have more whips. More finished objects. So I finished,
Wow.
but I have not woven in the end.
Oh yeah, your
of
mom's socks.
My mom's socks.
That we also saw in Vlogmas.
Yay.
Finally finished the toes, measured her little foots.
Yay.
So I have another, this is the Regia Cotton Tutti Frutti. My mom is allergic to wool. So this is perfect. I did a tube cranked by Clementine, and I did a star heel, a regular toe. She likes the shorter cuffs. So I have another colorway. I have the citrus colorway of this, which is the oranges and yellows.
Mhm.
That one's pretty.
So I'm going to do another pair for
They're all
her. They are all pretty.
That's strawberry, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the
Haley's
one
the
I
expert.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I think I'm going to do like a little scrappy pair.
Oh,
Where
that'd be so cute.
the leftover strawberry, mix the strawberry and citrus and be
A
like,
sangria.
strawberry lemonade.
Oh, cute! Good
Very
idea.
fun.
And then, it's been a lot.
Oh wow. Yep.
Those are
It's
These-
funny. Seeing them on Vlogmas, I did not get a feel for the scale.
They're
These are
huge.
giant socks.
No, I
These
saw the
huge. Look at
it
how
almost looked
huge
like
they are.
a sleeve, like the twisted rib. I was like, you're doing a whole sock in twisted rib?
It is a full skein
Oh my
of
god.
knitted wet.
Wow.
Because he
Oh
wanted
my
them
goodness.
tall, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, "You don't really want them that tall, do you?" And Jonathan was like, "I do want them that
Yes.
tall," and I'm like,
There you go.
"All right." And he's got like massive calves. He's got very wide calves. So this is essentially where his calf is. So I actually increased for the ribbing,
I was
Uh-huh.
wondering about
Yeah.
that. If you
and then I
pulled it
did
back
a
and-
very loose twisted rib, so it could actually
Uh-huh.
fit up over his calves.
Oh, nice.
Because these are essentially,
So pretty.
You can wear breeches.
yeah, they're like high socks.
Later hosen.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Christmas later hosen.
So he wants to wear these to the holiday
party.
sweater party.
Yay.
And he has his own holiday sweater, which I did not make because I am not crazy. It is, however, a Die Hard reference, which I love.
I do think he needs later.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Christmas
Oh my
movie.
god.
That would be amazing.
And that would be the funniest thing I've ever seen. So this is a full skein
Very
of the
nice.
knitted wit
Wow.
in
Bad Santa, which I think we have 1 or 2 left of, not many. We're almost out of that, if not
I
completely
love that
out.
Bad Santa.
And I used 2 minis, mini skeins that I had. I don't remember which. Probably also knitted wit.
I
bet
thought
it's
you
the
were
gumballs.
using the milk bottle.
No, I.
West Yorkshire Spinners.
It's exactly the same color though.
Yeah.
I
When
do
I saw
have
your
some of
Vlogmas,
them.
I was like, oh, she's using the milk bottle.
It was interesting. I do have one of milk bottle that I'm using for contrast heels and toes for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my go-to contrast heels and toes.
It's a
For
good one.
everything.
It's a really
And
good
it
one.
lasts forever.
Oh, but the little United socks, that's what I've been using.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're so
I have
good.
those
It's-
for Beth's socks, too.
Yeah.
They're great. They're great. And then I have.
Ooh, so pretty.
We're starting the teacher gifts.
Nice.
So this is the Seysha's Tannenbaum cowl by Saysha
Yeah.
Greene. This is in Woolfolk. I don't remember what color. The pretty.
maybe 17. It's one of the ones they've discontinued, though.
They started to use this color.
Yes,
What's wrong with
I
that?
made that for a friend of mine, one of my friends who hosts our coffees at
Yeah.
their house every other week. I made her this exact cowl last year. That cowl,
It's
that color.
So
Yeah.
it was super quick. It was super straightforward
And fun. It's a really
It's
fun knit.
fun,
It's just
very
So
like
nice to work
easy to
with.
do, and like very fun and very addictive. Like I finished this in a day.
Yeah.
Because it's just stockinette and garter, and it's got the pretty increases and stuff. The Woolfolk is just absolutely delicious around. So you
Yeah.
can check that out. That's Tannenbaum by Saysha Greene.
And actually, even though I'm going to confirm the color number, but even though it is discontinued, we have quite a bit of it. We loved it, and we
Because
knew
it's gorgeous.
We knew when they were discontinuing it that we liked it, so we ordered. We had advance notice basically.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to confirm the color number.
It's so lovely.
So if
It's
anyone
such
else
a
loves it as
great
much as
color.
we do, it'll be on the website.
Such a great color.
It should be in my projects.
It's so nice.
Oh, right.
And actually, that's something we're going to try to do. Right?
New Year's resolution, okay?
Okay.
Oh boy, we're
People,
getting into New
like, I
Year's.
just can't. I'm not going to play catch up. What
Right, but
Kathleen is
going
referring
forward.
to is that we're going to do a better job with our Ravelry projects. And
hard.
I'll link Ravelry projects below because I always link the patterns.
Or
Like,
you know what? Even I
Type
think
project?
just put our names, put our Ravelry names and everything, and then if it's a Kathleen thing, go to
That's
Vandy
even
on
easier.
Ravel. Make it easy.
That would
Try
require
to
me
make your
to
life-
get my act together with
Right.
projects.
Right,
Just
and I
take-
don't
just-
either. I
yeah.
have been really bad.
I'm terrible
we have
at
to do
it.
it for the people.
Yes.
I know.
So,
This
it
is
is.
an act of love. You'll know we love you because
It's
Jenna-
color 16 because it's in
Color
my Ravelry.
16.
color 16.
Not
There you go.
17. I was close.
Yours is more blue.
So
though.
if you like this color, I suggest
I
you
think
get
it
it from
is
us
It's a
now
different color.
before
Yours is blue,
I
that's more green.
buy a whole bunch of it.
Okay.
But I have to say, this Woolfolk Far is so lovely to work with, and like, it was so nice. So nice.
Yeah,
I love
it's,
it.
It's very nice.
That's
It's
why
such a great one.
I finished a pair.
Yeah, I'm done with finished
Ooh,
objects. So we
Oh
should
my gosh.
do your
I
finished
finished a
objects.
pair
Oh my
Mitts.
of.
Oh my
my
god, so
goodness.
cute.
Yay! So now I have.
Your Prosecco set.
I love
Prosecco
it.
set.
I
So
love
now
it.
I have Prosecco Mitts. I had
Oh my
made the
gosh.
first one like 6 weeks ago, and then didn't write it down. So I
Have
had to
been
spend
there, have done that.
2 nights figuring out what the heck I did.
Yep.
And I have now written it down. The pattern is going to testers on Wednesday, and I'm going to release it on Monday.
I will test.
Yeah.
So if you
I'll test
also
send it
need
to me.
teacher gifts.
Yes,
Yeah.
these are
Little
super
babies.
fast.
Yeah.
They're cute.
These are super fast. They're also in Woolfolk Far. Super warm. I love it.
And if you make the Prosecco hat, you should have enough left for the mitts, right?
Yes,
Especially.
I made the Prosecco hat and the mitts and still have
That's
like
handy.
ish this much left over of each color. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Great.
Let's see. What about my little Proseccoese? So I only designed one hand. Do you think I need to do a right and a left?
No. And people, it's easier if you don't. Honestly, it's easier
Reversing
for people.
shaping is a
Because it's probably not really shaping,
No.
right? Yeah.
The only thing I was thinking is that, like, there is the end of round that if you might want to show up on the inside of your hand rather than the outside, but I don't think it really matters.
No, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't think it matters.
In a pattern like this, where you have the patterning going all the way around, I don't think it matters. Because I think it matters only when you have a pattern on the back of your hand and nothing on your palm or something different.
Yeah. I love it when you're doing one of those and it says, make another one just like the first.
Right.
Like the old-fashioned instructions.
I mean, I have these mitts, it's the same thing, where it's like, there's no
These take me, like, basically 2 hours to make a mitt. It's really fast. Because they're knit on 7s and 9s. I will say...
Bless that larger needle, man.
Speaking of larger
I'm
needles...
here on my 0.
I knit this one 6 weeks ago. And then I recreated on this one. And when I finished, I was like, my goodness, my gauge changed. Look at that.
Yeah, it did.
It does.
This one looks better. This looks the same as this one. And after I finished, I looked at my desk my work desk at home. And when I finish with a project, I throw the needles behind my computer. And then, like, once a quarter, I go back and sort my needles back
when you can't find any size whatevers, right? It's
Where
like,
are my size 5?
I have a little basket in my dressing room like that.
So I knit these using Carbon's 9s. I knit these on FlexiFlips 9s.
Interesting.
Which, the thing that made me think about it was that the ribbing is the same gauge, right?
You use the same needles for those.
I used the same needles. I used Addy Flipsticks 7s, which are extremely light because they're aluminum.
Yeah.
They're super light. I'm so in love with Addy Flipsticks.
I do love the Addy Flipsticks as well.
Anyway.
I wish they were a little sharper.
Well, they have the stiletto point. Like, they have on
I
one
wish the
side,
stiletto points were
it's a little
sharper.
Wow.
I want them Chiagu.
Nope.
I want to stab my
happy with
finger.
them. Yeah. I actually, well,
I like
we'll
a
get
sharp
to that.
point.
We need
That hurts
blood.
yeah. But I use the Flexi Flips a lot. But this is the first time I've used the big Flexi Flips.
Yeah.
And they are not aluminum, and they're quite heavy.
Oh,
and so I
interesting.
think this was a heavier
Are they
needle.
stainless steel, I guess?
I think so, yeah.
So it made it tighter.
I think the heavier, no, it made it looser because I had the weight that was like constantly pulling on that side. And I think it made the gauge looser, like enough that I think it looks a little sloppy. So I'm going to pull this out again and reknit it again for the pictures. But whatever, it's going to take me 2 hours, but that's 2 hours I won't spend on my mother's sweater. Sorry, Mom. That ship has already sailed. So, anyway. So
what other finished objects do you have?
That's it. That's my only
That's
finished
a pretty
object.
good finished object, because that is not only a finished object, but a pattern.
That's right.
Yes. I'm super happy to get that out, and I think I'm going to get 2 more skeins and finish out the set with a cowl.
Love it. Great idea.
So I'm going to do the mitts this week, and then right before Christmas, we'll do a cowl, which there will be plenty of time to do a cowl. So now we've got a little...
Yeah.
And it's perfect for New Year's because Prosecco.
Oh, yes!
Oh, the Prosecco. Prosecco sweet.
By the way, you can get...
maybe I'll wait 2 weeks.
You can get Amanda's patterns on Ravelry or on Shop Yarn. You can look at them on Ravelry, and you can purchase them on shopyarnia.com.
I intend to have them on Ravelry.
Yeah.
They will be on Ravelry at some point, but Ravelry can be a pain in the booty to post patterns on sometimes.
There's some technical.
Yeah, so I worked on it for 2 hours until like 1:30 in the morning. And I kept getting error. And so I haven't had the time to... I sent a note to customer support.
They responded. So
I gotta work on
forwarded
that.
it to you yesterday, I think.
I'm sure it'll get resolved. But if you get the pattern on shopyarnia.com, put your Ravelry user, just say Ravelry username in like the notes for the purchase, and I'll gift it to you on Ravelry when I figure my stuff out.
But
So then it'll show
once
up in
we
your
get it on
library.
Ravelry, once it's on Ravelry, it really the best thing so it's in your Ravelry is to just
Is
go
to
ahead
get it on
and just
Ravelry.
get
If
it
you're a
through
Ravelry user
if
and
you
want
are
it
exactly
in your
yeah
library, but if you're not a Ravelry user,
then
you
it'll
have
be on our
options.
website.
It'll be on our website, and when you purchase the PDF on the website, it always stays in your Shop Yarnia account.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, you won't lose it.
Yeah.
And you can always let us know. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Who else has finished objects? Kathleen.
I do. Do you have any, Haley?
No.
All right.
It's
So
like, no, I have. Haley has a
assignment.
finished semester.
that's right. That's right.
Yes.
You're finished,
the semester
Anka.
is mine.
Are you done? Are you done? Or you have one more thing you need to? Do you need?
I'm here. It's done.
Done.
So, my finished object number 1 is I refinished the hat I made for Gene. When he put it on, the Bankhead hat.
Bankhead by
Ysolda Teague?
Katie Gourlay?
Katie
or
Gourlay.
Katie
Somebody
Gourlay.
Gourlay.
Yeah.
Is it Katie?
I don't remember.
It's not a
It's
surprise
down there.
anymore, but
No, it's not a surprise. I've tried it on him multiple times.
Or
Yeah.
he could think, oh, it's just a hat.
He doesn't really ever notice what I'm knitting, so it totally could have been. But I wanted to see how it fit him, so I did. I tried it on him when I was done, and I thought it was a little short. It's like, you can see the bottom of his ears, and he wears this when he walks the dog multiple times a day. Little Anna, who you all know from Vlogmas now.
Yeah.
I have a really cute clip that I want to put in my Thursday one.
So I took out, and this actually has really quick decreases, this pattern. So literally I only had to take out about, 8 or 10 rows.
So you
perfect.
took her out
And then-
last night, after working on stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Well, that's why I was up till about 2 last night, because so I was here at, not quite at 9:10. But I did this late last night, ripped it back, and then just knit 4 extra rows, and then just redid the decreases.
Sometimes that's all you need. It's just a little
Well,
bit
that's
more.
what's so crazy. And actually, so this I think is really nice, and I guess it can be a Christmas present.
I think
we'll see.
this is my, I didn't say what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my
what do you
Storm.
yeah.
This is Storm Tracker by Plummer, Alicia Plummer,
Oh, wow.
which I love. This is, do we have any Manos Franca left?
Or the Maxima.
Maxima.
I think we sold out of it. I think
Yeah.
we did sell
Yeah.
out, actually.
So we're out of this. This is in Manistel, Uruguay, Maxima. It would also be fantastic at, almost any worsted.
Mhm.
But the Alegria Grande too.
Alegria
If
Grande.
you like this
That'd be
color,
really
the
pretty.
same teal as an Alegria Grande.
Yeah, same dyes.
But I think this was a shop sample for a long
Pretty.
time,
Yeah.
but I made it in my size. But I think when I make shop samples, a lot of times if I need just that much more, I won't open another skein because, then that's a skein that
Rather
can't be
sell
for
it.
Out
you
of
guys.
inventory, yeah.
And I think that's what happened on the turtleneck here.
Uh-huh.
It's a little short, so I'm going to
Uh-huh.
take it out. I think I'm going to take it back and just do a rip and
Yeah.
add some short rows.
Oh yeah, that'd be super cute.
And so
It's a
That's
mock
my
neck, right?
it's
know.
it's a
trendy.
yeah. It's something.
It's a something.
But I think it is fine.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
You know what? It's
yeah.
got a little vintagey look to it, where they have that kind of like a fold over, almost boat necky turtleneck.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think it would also be like super cute, give it a whole new look with a regular rib.
I'm gonna do a regular rib. Yep, with a sewn bind off.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Yeah, don't be afraid to mess around with your knits, because
Yeah,
if you're
even after
tired
you're
of
done.
like a turtleneck, then take it out.
So my other finished
Ooh.
object is the Lenny hat. That I don't know if I had
love
quite
that.
started this, and I do need to do
I
my
remember
little.
that from Vlogmas, right?
Yeah,
You were talking about
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So finished this last night. Isn't it so
Cute.
fun?
That's nice.
That is such a perfect color for you.
It
I know,
is.
I love it. It is, and I did just take pictures of it for
Your hair
my
looks so
stash.
auburn with that
It
color.
does.
Mhm.
Ah, I
It's
love
bronze. It's
I
Lesco.
know with the terracotta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it. What's the
This
what's
is
the
my
yarn?
pom-pom.
Oh.
It's Lasco worsted, but isn't that pretty? That's going to be nice with that.
That's gonna be
Oh, that's
gorgeous.
So the interesting thing, and the tie-in to my, adding 4 rows to this, I got to the point of doing the decreases. I think it was like work 6.5 inches and then start your decreases. And, some hats, like this had 8 rows total in the decreases. This probably has 20 rows.
Oh wow.
So you really, if you're going to adjust something, you really need to be thinking about how long those decreases are going to be.
Yeah.
And I did even count it, and I still said, no, I'm going to go a few more rows.
Yeah, you
I
asked
should
me.
not have gone a few more rows. It's a little, so I may wind up undoing this.
I think it
and
looks cute slouchy though.
it's very clochey, right? It's really, it's
Yeah.
very, and which I love. I love that
I
whole
think
look.
it looks adorable.
All right, I'm
I
probably
wouldn't
gonna
take it out.
I'm probably gonna. Well, the other thing I thought is really, I could give this to somebody else and make it again. It's like how it took me a couple of nights,
Right,
you know.
Let's hold the
So
pom-pom. I think with the pom-pom, I think the like
little
the
bit of slouchy.
I love it.
It's just I don't want it like falling down over my eyes. You know?
You just got to keep shoving it back.
Well, we'll see. But literally, at first I was like, well, I could pull it out and just, you know, because it's a little big too overall. Like this is a worsted and this pattern is written for DK, but I really wanted to use this yarn with it.
Yeah.
So I just used a really tidy needle and got closer to gauge. But I steam blocked it, and when I steam blocked it, it did loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to pull it out. It's a perfectly fine hat. I can gift it to somebody,
beautiful.
if nothing else, and I may make it again for myself. And honestly, I probably won't. I'll just keep it.
Just keep it.
Just keep it.
I
So,
have a sweater's quantity of Lasco worsted.
Yeah.
Waiting for me to finish my other
do you know what you're going to make out of
I
it?
know
What'd you
exactly
do?
what I'm going to make, and I want it so bad.
What is that?
It is, who's the Kelburn? Kelly.
Oh, yes.
It's one of her sweaters, but it's
Kate Osborne is one, and is it Kelly or
Kelly.
Yeah, it's Kelly.
Gagnon.
I think so.
maybe? Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's a sweater, but it's like a short sleevey dolmany. I love it.
Oh, fun.
It's from Knitting Magazine, like 5 years ago. I
Oh.
saw it, and I was like, I need this sweater.
And Lasco worsted is
It's
so
gonna be a Lasco
It's so
worsted.
nice. Well, that's the thing. I had been wanting to use Lasco worsted, and I didn't know what, sweater to make or whatever, because it looks like a fabulous sweater yarn. So I'm like, I'm gonna at least kind of test drive it with the hats, and I do love it from doing the hats, and I think it's going to be...
And the colors are such
the colors are
depth.
gorgeous. They really are. Well, it's interesting because it's kind of like Corey worsted, like the LDA Corey worsted, where the base is not white.
Right.
The base
It
has got a
makes
lot of color to it.
Such a difference.
And the colors just have so much depth because
It's
of that.
so
They
rich.
really do.
so rich.
Yeah. So also, I did not talk about what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my my Nightshift by Andrea Mowry, and this is done in Nora's Silk Garden. This is one of the ones where I did
I love that one.
and
The
we've shown this
mushroom
before.
Mushroom. Yes,
Yeah,
I know that one's called mushroom.
Mushroom is the background, which they discontinued.
Oh my gosh.
Why did companies discontinue the colors we love the most?
The good neutrals, man. You
It
need a
happens
good
with
neutral.
food to us too. A
Oh,
lot.
Trader Joe's. Every time we decide we love something, like you go the next time, they're like, oh no, we don't make that anymore.
It happened at the dining hall. They got rid of the mini marshmallows. They got rid of Lucky Charms. Everything that I
Lucky
ate.
Charms.
How do you get rid of
I
Lucky
actually
Charms
sent
in
her back
college?
after Thanksgiving with a
With
giant
Lucky
box of
Charms.
Lucky Charms. Like, you need breakfast, girl.
Aw.
So anyway, Vivian did put together another kit of this there is the lightest color of the mushroom was Silk Garden Solo.
Right.
But the lightest color of this standard Silk Garden, which is the color changing,
Right.
is really comparable. It,
Yeah, it
it
is.
barely shifts color. It's like it goes from
It's a good neutral.
very very pale camel to like medium camel. So that
Which-
totally would work.
Actually, and this would be.
It would be
lovely.
fine. It would
Absolutely
be totally. If
lovely.
anything, it would add something. But
Yeah.
I love this as it is, and I picked some of my favorite colors of Silk Garden, and just kept breaking the yarn when I didn't like what it was doing with color, and then pick up something else.
Right.
No, but it was so much
I
fun.
love
Well,
it.
that's what you did
Yeah,
with
that's what I
yours,
did.
the store sample. Yeah. So
I would call it candy buttons.
yeah,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
kind of like candy
It's
buttons.
candy buttons.
Which actually I should have put that on my Secret Santa survey. That is
was-
totally one of my favorite
That
candies.
was one of the birthday gift ideas.
Oh, for me, you can still do it.
No, I'm planning to.
It's like, I got all week.
Exactly.
I don't think you know.
Well,
All
Haley,
week.
we were really bad about gifts this year.
Yeah,
we
I
really
gave you
were.
one thing last night, and I was like, "This is the only thing I could execute."
That was
in
very
the,
sweet.
In the
It was
weekend
nice.
between coming home. And
Yeah,
now.
finishing
Oh.
finals and final papers and everything.
Speaking of real bad on gifts, yeah, I have one
Oh yeah.
sweater gift that is going to happen before
Yay.
Christmas, and I have one that is definitely not going to happen.
Aw.
Can you give it on the needles?
No, because it's in Alabama. The
Dang it.
giftee is in Alabama.
Can
so-
you send a picture and say this will be coming in January?
Yes, I absolutely can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of bummed too because I'm so eager to knit other sweaters.
Uh-huh.
You're done.
I'm very done.
Yeah.
But I'm not done, which is the problem.
So go to Whips. Wait, are you done with finished objects?
I am done with finished objects.
Okay, and Haley has no finished objects.
No.
Okay, so Amanda, go to Whips because this is a good transition.
Okay. So the sweater that's going to be done is the one that the knitting is completely done.
Yay!
That's
So this is my
excellent.
dad's sweater, which I basically knit twice. If I hadn't
Yes.
knit my dad's sweater twice, I might be done with my mom's sweater.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
let's be serious, the body's been knit twice. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was first too
Yes.
big,
Yeah.
and I had to reknit the body
Yep.
from like all the way down to the ribbing. The only thing that hasn't been knit twice is the brioche ribbing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I knit the sleeves twice. So I basically knit this
Yeah.
whole sweater.
My goodness.
But it looks
What's
great.
the matter with me? Okay, so I'll put that in Mom's note too. The reason is because I had to knit Dad's sweater twice. But now I think it's great. So the way this fits, right, is this goes over the shoulders a little bit.
Cool.
here.
Oh, I didn't realize how it goes so
hold
far.
on.
Yeah. But yay. My dad's
Wow.
like a men's on the smaller side of medium, right?
Mhm.
So this is his sweater. I think it's gonna. He's
Beautiful.
about my size, right? Maybe a little bigger, and it's gonna fit him really well. I have 2 sleeves, as one needs. They are the correct gauge.
Yay!
Amen.
Ta-da! That's Daddy's sweater.
Yay.
Now I just need to block it. I still have my Pikachu and Bulbasaur charms on the back, marking like my ends of rows.
Mhm.
Stitch markers everywhere. I need to weave in ends and block,
Okay.
Mhm. And seam then.
and then seam it. Yeah, which is going to be really fast because it's worse. It's Erin really.
It looks great. I
It's
love
gonna
that.
go
It's
really
so
yarn.
nice.
pretty.
Yeah, and I had mentioned on Vlogmas that I think I'll do a video of me seaming,
Mm-hmm.
just because like we don't do a lot of seamed sweaters on
Yeah.
our podcast, and they're not.
Not hard.
It opens up like a whole different kind of construction method, other sweater designs if you're not afraid of seaming, which I
Mhm.
don't mind at all. It's great. I think the first 4 or 5 sweaters I ever made were seamed.
It's easy to get freaked out by a technique if you're not used to it and be like, I can't do it. Be like,
Mhm.
it's straightforward.
Yeah. Oh, and Jen has some great pickups, like how to pick up. Don't you have how
Tutorials?
to seam tutorials?
I think I may
Yeah,
have
I
how to
think-
seam
yeah.
I think so.
On our-
I think so.
on our channel. So
Yeah.
if you go poke around on above us in videos, we have tutorials on how to seam, how to mattress stitch.
Yeah.
What else?
Pick
stitches.
picking up. Yeah.
Pick up stitches.
I'm
Basically
wondering
everything you
if
need
it's seaming or if it's maybe it's seaming. Is it seaming or is it picking up stitches? I forget.
I
which
definitely have picking
Definitely
up stitches.
picking up.
one.
I'm pretty sure I did seaming ones too.
We'll see. If not, we'll put it on our list.
If not, we'll do one.
Yes.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
have a long list.
You know what?
of
That is
tutorials.
actually okay. Here's our
Oh,
question.
That's the question.
of the week.
There we go. We knew it would come to us.
Yeah.
What tutorial videos would you like to see us do in the new year?
That
we
aren't already
also
on our
have-
site.
That
so
aren't
take a,
already on
So
our
take
site.
a peek and see what's
Take
there,
a gander.
Yep.
and then see
I'll
what
have
we
our
need to
tips
add.
and techniques
Playlist.
Playlist.
Yeah.
playlist is
Linked.
linked down below.
Great.
So tell us what you'd like us
Yeah.
to do a
We do
tutorial.
have ideas. We
And
have
well,
lots
the
of
thing
ideas.
I really do need to do my magic loop one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
you
need
do.
to do magic
You-
loop. Yeah.
There is a definite need for some very clear, straightforward tutorials because there's a lot of like places you can go on the internet to find tutorials, but the hard
Lots
thing
of
is to
content.
judge whether they're good tutorials
Yep.
or
and right for you as well.
yes,
Yeah.
but, and
People
whether
learn
they're right for
differently
you,
from
Yeah.
different people.
right?
Yep.
And I mean, you want something that is clear and concise. I don't necessarily want a lot of like yammering chit chat. I want to get to the technique.
Yep. True.
I say that as I'm yammering.
As we ever.
I recognize
But
the
you don't-
irony in me.
But you don't do it in your tutorials. Your
No, that's
tutorials,
true.
you
No.
say what you're going to do, you do it,
Yeah.
you review it. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
chatty in the tutorials.
Yeah.
And I think all of our tutorials that are up there so far are done by Jen, and they're all
No.
great.
No, Amanda's got some.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Amanda has
apologize.
some.
Yes, you've got your
Yeah,
how to
but
do
she's
your
also
felt
not
seams
chit-chatty.
and everything. No, exactly. You say what you're going to do. Yeah,
Yeah, I
You
did.
do it.
this end of the table is deficient in tutorials, but we have ideas.
We have ideas.
Yeah, no, I did how to sew a ribbon in a steeked sweater.
Yeah,
because
I remember,
when
yeah.
I was sewing mine in, I couldn't find a video on how to do it, and then I had to
yeah.
research for like 3 days to figure out what's the best stitch, how do you do this, learn the stitch, and all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to help out the next person.
Yeah.
Who's trying to do this sewn-in ribbon thing.
Mhm.
Hey,
So
Absolutely.
my tutorial.
So yeah,
very Girl Scouts of us.
It is very
Make the
Girl
world a
Scouts.
better place.
Yeah.
Leave
And
it
actually,
better than where you found it.
one that I really want Haley to do, partly because she's not always at home anymore, and I need to learn how to do it, is how to do a beautiful hand-wound ball, which she
Yeah,
does,
yes.
those
I-
beautiful...
And I have like compiled my knowledge now.
Okay, good.
I don't have the
Yeah,
back,
'cause
but
right
I have
now-
one that is like I wasn't using it And I did undo the project I was making, but I was admiring the ball. I was like, this one's beautiful. You're like,
Well,
and it's one of those things that's like, it's like a practice makes perfect thing, but like you see the difference in each one you do. Mm-hmm. You see the improvement.
Mm-hmm. So let us know what tutorials you want to see. Do you want to see Haley's ball winding tutorial?
Exactly, because I want to make it. So if you want to see it,
well,
that
you're
might
gonna
make
have to see
it
that
happen faster.
Yeah,
if we want to make it.
That one's gonna happen. But what have we not talked about that you want to see also?
Yes. So let's continue with Amanda's whiffs.
Okay.
Now that we've had our digression.
Exactly.
We digress.
Our main digression.
Okay. My next one is the sweater that will not be.
You know, and I just realized that. Let's tell them. So what we give away for this week is for this episode is a gleaner on the go.
Love the gleaner.
The gleaner kit has saved me at school a bunch of times.
So yeah, and actually this is still it's a little baggy.
Oh,
But
you have the gleaner kit?
Yeah, I
she
have
does.
the whole.
Yeah.
No, I had one of those too. Those are good.
Mm-hmm. But if you don't know this tool, it is a great little tool. It's got 3 different kind of edges in it, and this is what we use to depill our sweaters here at Yarnia. I will often come in and wear a sweater that I know needs cleaning, you know, take our floor model gleaner, glean it, and then put it back, because if this is for the one that's on here now is for really, you know, bulkier knits, and there's a medium, and then there's a fine for really fine knits. So, and these are, I think, $13, and I think they're on the website, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Are they on the website?
And
yeah,
honestly, like, you start, once you use it and see that it works, you put something on and you're like, I want to glean this.
I'm going to glean everything.
Well,
I've gleaned yoga pants. I've gleaned leggings. I've gleaned sweaters. I've gleaned everything. And let me tell you, that is for everyone. That is not just for hand knitters and hand crocheters. That is for everyone.
You glean
that thing
the children.
Is awesome.
You just glean them down.
Oh my God.
But remember Beth, who used to work here, who used to work with us, she would, like, you know, every now and then she said, oh, I gleaned all of my stuff. Like, it becomes fun, actually.
Yeah, it's
like,
fun. Because then you have a little pile of
a pile of
fuzz. Little pile of fuzz. But everything, it just really refreshes everything. And any soft yarn will pill. It's not about the quality of the yarn. It's really about the softness.
It's the shortness of the fibers within the yarn is really what it is. Because when you have the ends stick out, they clump together.
And the fineness.
Yeah.
And usage.
Yeah. But I'll also say, I hate pilling on blankets and sweaters and everything. And I have tried literally everything. I have the sweater stone. I have the shaver.
Yeah.
I hate the shavers because I've ruined things. Like they say they don't cut, but they do.
They cut.
The sweater stone works okay, but it's so like you end up with like pumice everywhere. It's gross.
Oh, it's annoying.
The gleaner
trading one problem for another, basically.
The best, absolute best.
It works.
Never going back. Always the gleaner.
And also there is a different version of this, but I don't love it. It's the one with the big handle. I find this easier to use.
On the go
and literally, you just, it is perfect. Like if you're going somewhere, in the winter, you've got a lot of knits with you. Look how small that is. It fits in your bag.
Yeah. Stocking stuffers for college kids.
Oh,
yeah. Exactly. Or anyone.
Or young
really.
adults.
Yeah.
Or everyone.
So, do you want to grab those? So we do have a bunch of them. So, if you...
It's now an infomercial for the gleaner.
The one that we pick your answer on what tutorial. You'll have your choice of what we have.
Ooh, I like that color one.
Yep, there's a red and yellow one.
That's cool.
They send us assorted colors.
Yeah, we get assortments. There's like 1 or 2 blues left. I love this one as well as the orange one, of course. This is like red and gray.
Oh, but show the kit that Haley was talking about. I want
that
too.
This is one. I have the gray one. I actually love the pink one.
We only have a few of these left.
I have actually fixed things that people are like,
it has the gleaner on one side.
Yep.
And then on the other side, it has like
your basic
sewing kit. It's got
the scissors are super
sharp.
Mine
has
yeah, those are good scissors.
I might have stuck it in. I have like a little 2 extra Christmas lights in here, but I guess that didn't come with
I didn't go with
I always think like that's like really like very.
That was either you or me or your father.
No.
Yeah, I have
was like,
3
that's
tape
really
measures
thorough.
in there because that's where I hide my tape measures for my children.
It's so light
because they think they're toys.
And they come, so they either come in a print matching the bag or in a solid from the colors of the bag, which is fun. So anyway, enough on the gleaners.
Another distraction on the gleaners. So Amanda, what other whips do you have?
Okay, so this is my whip that will be finished, although it might not make it to the next podcast because I think I'm going to ship it to my parents, so I'll have to put in a picture.
You have to put it in your Vlogmas too.
Yes, it will be in Vlogmas, and I will brag profusely about it on Vlogmas. This is Oshima for Him by Jared Flood,
Yeah.
which I forgot to say, but I'm sure I put it down below. But there's also an Oshima, the original one, for the ladies, which has a big cowl collar in the brioche.
Ooh,
and
that
it's
sounds
lovely.
pretty.
It's spectacular. I might make it for me someday.
And you did that in what yarn?
This one?
Yeah.
Is in the Rustic Aran, which
Nice.
is silk and wool, and it's not
That's
rustic.
right.
It only look because the
It looks tweedy.
right because the
Base.
silk
Yes.
breaks up the color a little bit, so it's yeah, it looks tweedy, heathery.
It's lovely.
Yeah, really nice. And this is the rosewood color, which is a pretty unique color.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. Yeah. It's
But
nice.
my dad picked that color out.
Cool.
Good job, Dad.
I have an accomplishment, not a finished object, but I
Okay.
finished the body of my
Woohoo!
mom's sweater.
Yay.
Yay.
Which is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
of
that is.
tailoring.
It's such a detailed pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the
Beautiful.
RippleJacket by Hinterm Stein. Here, I'll show you what it looks like because it's
It's wearable now.
it's wearable.
Right?
It's
It's
off.
like-
Yeah.
It's like a little short sleeve.
So, and I
Okay.
did make it
Oh.
longer. Perhaps if I hadn't made it longer, I could
So
have some progress on the
cute.
sleeves now.
Beautiful.
But and I haven't blocked it, but you can see like there's princess seams here, and then if I turn around,
That is
there's
like-
princess seams on the back.
That's like a
little
couture
garter thing.
jacket.
It is
Yeah.
totally.
And then I have some little mother of pearl buttons that are going to go on the front.
Nice.
Here,
It's gonna be stunning.
right?
It
looks
is
great.
already.
So, but I've got to
Yeah.
pick up and knit down sleeves. So, I don't think I can finish that before Christmas and ship it.
And
to
shipping,
Alabama.
yeah.
It's the shipping. Is it gonna? Is there detail on the sleeves?
There's some yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There's a garter section, which means in the round that means purling.
Yeah.
So I know, and I thought about not, but it's just such a spectacular, thoughtful pattern that I'm going to put it in.
You should.
Uh-huh.
Do, yeah,
Do it.
you should absolutely
Do it.
do it.
Exactly the
Yeah.
pattern and all that jazz.
I mean, it's
So,
such a lovely, refined look.
yes, yeah. So this this I love. It's turning out really well. Although I started this in June, and I haven't ripped out any of it. It just takes me a while.
It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a detailed pattern.
Well,
Couture
and
takes
that's
a while.
the thing.
That's
yeah, that's why it costs so much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like unlike these sleeves, which are more standard, right? I've knit a lot of sleeves on a lot of sweaters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I sort of know how to cast on. And I did actually I did an Italian cast on here, tubular.
I
which
love the
think
Italian tubular cast on.
So
turned
pretty.
out super pretty. They had one of the tubulars where you cast on half the stitches and then add and all that, and I was like, Italian. Which if you,
Italian's quicker.
yes, and looks beautiful. So that was great. But I didn't, I know how to do that. And then it's just like knit this many rows, and then you're going to start in stockinette, and you're going to increase every once in a while. And I'm like, fine. And I read that, and it goes in my brain, and I can execute on it.
Right.
This one, I have to stop. I have to study the pattern. I have to really think about it, place stitch markers. Bless you.
Susie.
And also, so I have to have a good hour to really start these sleeves.
Excuse me.
That's
Do you
it.
want me to
Could you get
cover
me a
you?
couple of tissues? Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, it's,
All of a sudden.
So I haven't had that hour to start these sleeves recently, and therefore they're not started.
Yeah.
And
So
it's-
that's one reason why too, because every time I get to a point where I have to stop and think, I have to.
It's one
find time.
thing when you're going on something, but yeah, certain things need that startup time. Yeah.
and that's hard because that's mental energy, and it's not just.
Well, and especially right now. I mean,
Yeah.
with everything you've got
There's a
going on.
lot of mental energy being expounded on. What else do you have?
Well, I can say what I'm working on right now.
Sure. I'm gonna untwist this while you do that.
Which is my Pokemon blanket from, well, with the colors from Molly Girl. So I'm a smidge behind on my squares, but last time we got to the Electric Thunder Gem, and we had our colors were
Ooh. Oh my
Electabuzz, Voltorb, Magnemite, the little
Yes, Magnemite.
Magnemite, the
As opposed to
smaller,
Magnetron.
yes. Although same colors, but anyway, Magnemite. And then I haven't finished yet. Jolteon and Raichu.
Where's Raichu?
Raichu's here. Yay! So this is the rest of the electric gem, which I haven't finished the squares, and I'm still in the middle of the water gem on my crochet blanket, which is the one that I haven't had time to do yet. But I'm trying to stay up with the squares. That's fine. But we have the summer colors. Yay! And they are spectacular. I just saw them.
Well, are they December or are they technically November? I think
We're behind. But that's okay, because I can only take one set of colors every 4 weeks, so that's as frequently as you guys are getting them too.
So wait, which gem?
Did this just come, or is this what was in the office?
This is what we're putting out.
But we have the fingering. We have the fingerings.
We have the fingerings. This is the one I grabbed. And this is what I want to do next, so this is what we're doing next.
Okay.
No, but it's from the office, right?
Yes, it's from the office.
Good.
It's from the office.
Okay.
And it was already open. So I think it was one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She sent us 2 at once.
Great.
Rationed them
I
out.
like this one.
I love that one.
Yeah,
this
really pretty.
Is, I think she called it the rainbow gem.
Oh,
Which,
totally.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Very rainbowy.
there's Ivysaur, which has to be this one.
I think so.
Where's
Or
mine?
it could be the one with the pink.
Right.
Ivysaur has
Oh,
pink.
that's true. You're right. It is.
Is Ivysaur is that like a
It's a Bulbasaur that grows up.
Bulbasaur? That's what I was going to say.
It's
What's
an
it
evolved
called?
Bulbasaur and it has a little pink flower on his little head.
It's not an evolvation.
Cute.
Yeah. I didn't do Pokemon, but I know some of that.
I have 2 boys and play Pokemon Go. So, now I know
You
a lot.
know all your Kanto region.
I know could I tell you what region they are? No. Could I tell you this one has cute little dragon piggies? Yes. I could. And you think it's that one?
I think it's this one. No.
I think it's
Where
the
is
pink
he?
and I think it's this one.
This one.
I think it's that one. Pink and blue and green.
You were right.
Ah!
That one does
Ivysaur.
look like Bulbasaur, yeah.
Yes. It's Ivysaur.
Oh, because she has the pink. I say she just because it's a pink flower.
They all look like.
As pink flower on her back. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Ivysaur. I'm gonna take them out so you can see them better. Ivysaur. Right, this whole set is gonna sell out fast. I think.
Oh,
These are super
100%.
fun. This is Oddish. Look at that.
I love Oddish. They're one of my
Oh,
favorites.
Haley has an Oddish.
Oddish is one of my
A
favorite.
nerdy knitter pattern I tested.
Oh,
They're
we'll have to do a picture of that.
Yep.
Cute.
It's a little
Oddishes.
amigurumi. It's so
I
fun.
made one, yeah.
This is Victory Bell.
Oh, Victory Bell.
This one is Bellsprout. Oh my gosh, look at that pink
Bellsprout
color.
is
Pretty.
beautiful. Look at that, like taupey and the pinky and the yellow.
I
Love that
one. And this one is Tangela.
Oh, Tangela.
Which I have to say, I have a really strong Tangela that I use in fights.
I am still trying to evolve my Tangela, and I cannot catch enough of them, and it's driving me crazy.
Is that how you evolve
That's it.
them?
Yeah, you gotta
multiples.
catch enough of them in Pokemon Go so you can get the candy so you can evolve them, but I'm also only evolving my 3-star Pokemon. I don't know. It's the whole thing.
Wow.
Love
Yeah,
them.
I haven't. On the geeky spectrum, I have not even been playing Animal Crossing in like the last month.
That shocked
I
me
had
the
to
most.
drop it.
Sad.
I know. So sad. All my characters
Holidays,
are going to be
man.
so mad at me.
Just go back in time.
I love it.
It's
So-
fine. It's okay. I'll deal
I
with
mean,
it.
they'll still be mad at you, but
Oh,
like,
Gene
whatever.
he's so close to finishing the museum. He's like, do you mind if I go in as you and buy bad art? I'm like, no, go ahead. Spend all my money. Buy bad art.
Buy bad art.
Because we have like 3 things left that we need.
You gotta
Oh,
King
wow.
Kamehameha, basically like the Ark of the Covenant. It's like whatever they call the thing that looks like the Ark of the Covenant. And one of the big pictures. We
Okay.
finally got the Syrah.
We
Yay.
have like no art. I don't understand.
You gotta,
Well, once the art thing is on Harv's Island, it's a lot easier. Because
Well,
if you
that's
buy
what I
that art
figured.
every day.
that's what I gotta do.
Yeah.
I gotta get back into that, but
I'm
timing.
figuring once like Christmas actually comes and we're not quite so crazed here and everything, I'll probably spend at least one day mainly doing
Catherine
Animal
days
Crossing.
after Christmas.
Catherine finished her last exam yesterday.
Yay,
And-
Catherine!
And she's now by herself. She doesn't have a roommate anymore. So she was like, I'm so lonely. I'm like, you could play Animal Crossing all day long. Like, you've had such a hard semester.
Take a
Just
break.
play Animal Crossing.
Just-
It sounds
Right?
lovely.
For like
That's-
a couple days. It'll be great.
Right?
I know.
Oh,
That's
Just
that's
I'm
like
looking forward to like spending only a day making cookies.
Yeah, exactly. Which may be Thursday.
that's a good kind of self-care
Right.
where you're like, what do I
Maybe.
want to do? I just want to sit and do it.
Yeah.
One thing all day.
Yeah.
One thing all day. I'm
One
a
thing
big
that you
fan
love,
of that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, I feel like the time goes so quickly, or that just might be my own hyperfocus, or whatever.
It does.
It could be the time blindness. It could be.
It could be anything. Do you have any more whips?
I have some plans.
Okay, let's talk plans.
Well,
Whips
I'll
too.
do really quick, just in case I've got a dash. I've got
Yeah,
15 minutes
you got
left,
it.
which is
Amanda
quite
might
a
have
bit.
to run.
But I grabbed this, Kathleen, because
Yes.
this is one of the hats that we have on our little hat display.
Did you get the
Here's
name?
one.
Did she label it? Yeah,
She did
skeleton,
label
right?
it. Yeah, skeleton.
Who made that one?
Saysha
Saysha.
made it.
Oh,
But
Saysha.
I saw a couple
It's a-
of those that
Right,
for
it's
the
a
sample
pattern
sale.
by
So cute.
I was
somebody.
I love it.
obsessed.
It's a pattern by... Caught in your hair. Beata Jezek.
Oh, Beata Jezek.
Beata
That's
Jezek.
the
Thank you.
hedgehog dyer, right? Is that who that is?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I think
Is
it
that
is.
brioche?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
brioche.
it
I'm
is.
obsessed with the
Right?
single finger.
It's
Isn't it
brioche
great?
with
And
a little
the
bit of single fingering.
Oh my
in
gosh,
between.
I
Saysha
love
made one.
veggies.
She held a
Saysha
single
made one
finger
that
double.
was a white background, or she had multiple, but the white background with the rainbow single fingering.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the pom pom. It was that. That's
It was.
the
She did both,
pom-pom.
and both.
So-
the
So
pom-pom.
this is Sugarbush Chill and Plum Frost and Madeline Tosh Unicorn Tails held double.
Yeah.
So
With 2 colors, 2 strands,
lovely.
and brioche. And oh my gosh, and you could do it this
Yeah.
way too.
Yeah, it's reversible.
Obsessed.
Isn't that cool?
I am obsessed with this
so
too.
fun. So fun.
So, I have a request from my daughter last year, who is at university, my oldest, and she walks a lot and takes public transit at night, and she's like, Mom, I need a hat that people can see when they're driving at night and don't run into me, because
Smart.
they're, yeah. So I actually got, which I could only find one yarn like that, we don't carry it, but you can get it online,
Oh,
reflective
yeah.
fiber
fun.
hat.
Smart.
So I
I
got
had one like that. In my
reflective fiber. But I'm going to do this hat with a reflective on one, and yeah, so this will be reflective fiber and then knitted wet, and then she'll be
store.
safe.
I love it.
She can choose to wear the reflective fiber on the outside when she needs it. She can flip it inside out. I probably won't put a palm, so it'll be truly reversible. And yeah, so she can wear it either
Or you
way.
can
And
make
I
the
think
palm
this
in
is
like
my
a
poli
neon
sci
yellow.
major, so I think She Persisted is the perfect color.
I
Yes.
love it.
Very
And it's
nice.
also such a beautiful color, and it's a light
Yeah.
color.
Right.
Yep.
So
So,
they can
that
see
alone
spotter.
will also be.
So
catch
that's
the light.
her.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And then I think I'm
Yeah.
going to have enough of this left that I'm going to make one for my second daughter. Do we put out our other knitted wet collars too, right?
Yes. Yeah. We can show
Yeah.
some of those.
So this is for Lily.
Yay.
I love
So
that
she
color.
I have one of our pride colors, the lesbian pride color for her. Yay! And so she's going to
Love
have
it.
that.
That's a gorgeous
that's
one. I
with
haven't
the
seen that in
beautiful
It's
that
new.
color.
It's new.
It's one of
Yay!
the new ones, yeah.
Yes. I know, right?
I love it.
So that's and these are going to get done right before Christmas. So that's going to be.
And those will be super
Christmas
quick.
presents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can
Yes,
bang that up.
ma'am.
Bang that up.
That's it.
Woohoo!
All right.
A lot of stuff.
Wait,
I
Wow.
I got whips. Throw my bag over.
This bag.
Oh yeah, I have too many. Is that it? That's it. All right. So, speaking of hats, this is my hat bag. So I am doing
Oh.
my
You started
child.
Musselburgh.
I started
What
a
this is.
Musselburgh. I started it in the Gauge Dye Works. I don't
I-
believe she wholesales.
Saw her on January 1's Instagram.
Yes.
Right?
And I need her.
Oh yes,
Gorgeous.
that's that. Uh-huh.
This is so this is the thing. My little one saw the yarn and was like, I want that yarn.
Yeah.
It's
That's how I
Gauge
got to
Dye
see it.
Works Color Wheel, which I've had in my stash forever. This is the MCN Merino Cashmere Nylon base,
Oh,
and he was
nice.
like, I want socks out of this. So I cranked it into a tube, and he was like, I don't want socks out of that. I'm like, I didn't think so. It's mommy's now.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants rainbow socks.
This sucks for
You
you.
sounded so like an evil queen in that. It's mommy's.
Mommy's now. Well, I will say, Ollie, when he was like 3 or 4, was obsessed with what he called mean queens. He loved the
Oh my
villains.
god, that's hilarious.
He loved like
Maleficent,
and
the stepmother in Cinderella.
Oh my gosh. So when we went to Disney,
that's so funny.
We saw
Snow
White's Mean Queen, and he was like, I love you so much.
That's amazing.
He also had a huge
such
princess
an interesting
stage.
kid.
He's a fascinating kid.
He's so fun.
He wanted to give cards to all of the princesses.
Oh,
and so
that's
we
nice.
drew hearts, and he was like, "Dear princess, I love you, love Ollie." And he handed them out, and let me tell you, these Disney performers are amazing, but like, you could tell that they were just
actually,
like,
yeah,
"You
that probably
sweet
does
little
not
boy,
happen a
I
whole
love
lot.
you so much." And so we have the best pictures because they were all like, one of who's the redhead, the Scottish
Ariel.
one? No,
Merida.
Oh, Merida.
Merida was like, I love you, love Ollie. And she's like, are you Ollie? And he's like, yes. And she's like, I love you so much. Adorable. Anyway, so he is not getting socks out of this. He'll get rainbow socks at some point. I am doing a Musselburgh hat. It is top down. It is Ysolda Teague. Loved the start. Loved the way the increases are looking.
Well, it's either top down or
bottom up.
or
it's
whatever.
it goes along
Lenny
too.
Nanny calls it a pickle.
It is a pickle. So double weight. So you can go see what this will end up looking like on January 1's Instagram.
Yes.
Which,
yeah.
So I'm just knitting it straight from the tube.
Fun.
And actually that works out quite well.
Yeah, it's very compact, right?
It's very compact. I can just roll it up. Super nice. It goes super, super quick. This is
I need to start one of
an
those.
evening's worth.
I know. I've been back and forth on whether to frog something I'm doing and do that, or whether to just start it with a new skein.
That one is not going to be a gift. That is going to be for me because I'm the mean queen. And then here's as far as I've gotten on Amanda's Prosecco Hat.
Woohoo! Yay! But you started.
I started it. I'm going to do it in 2 colors.
Oh, nice. That's a
gonna
good
be nice.
idea. That's
Right?
a fun variation. Oh,
So-
I did put my project. I tagged my project to your pattern. Not a finished photo, but at least a good in progress photo.
And speaking of Italian tubular cast on, I did an Italian tubular cast on, and I'm doing twisted rib instead of regular single rib.
Because in my pattern I just say cast on because everybody has their own preference for how they want to cast on a hat.
And you were trying to make it easy too. You were trying to make it,
Take your
it
pick.
doesn't.
Right?
Sometimes when somebody's like, do a tubular, and I don't want to, then I have a guilt feeling for some reason, which makes no sense.
But then you're
whatever.
like, do I need to do a tubular?
I know.
Is there a
That's exactly,
reason
that's where I
need
get.
to
I
do a
start
tubular,
questioning.
or
Yeah.
just that it looks pretty.
Right.
So if I need to do it, that's one thing.
So my pattern says cast on.
Yes.
Good.
And then I am working on and have been working on some mitts for teacher gifts
really
for
pretty.
Ollie's teacher, Mr. Fantozzi, who I love. He was Max's 2nd grade teacher as well.
Oh, so fun.
He's like a big dude, so I'm going to make like dude mitts.
Those are
This
great.
is a garter rib. Is it a garter rib or a broken rib? It's 1 row knit and then 1 row knit, 1 purl 1.
That's perfect.
Broken rib.
Broken rib. I never remember. So, and I'm using
I think it may be
stash
2
yarn.
different names for the same thing, though,
Oh, it
honestly,
could be,
when
yeah.
you think about it.
Whatever. So I'm using stash yarn. This is actually what I did it's a textured crop sweater in.
The nurtured.
Nurtured. This is what I did.
I was about to
nurtured.
say, I thought I recognized that color.
And I'm working
Or it could just be a
from-
very Gen color.
It is a very
it's a very
Gen
Gen colorway. Yeah.
So, and then I have more mitts that I need to do, and I need to figure out, because he has actually 3 teachers. There's his main teacher, Mr. Fantozzi, and then 2 assistant teachers or aides in the classroom. So I need to do stuff for them too, and I gotta figure out what.
That's so nice.
Probably also mitts, or maybe they'll get the cowl. I don't know. We're mixing and matching.
Mm-hmm.
I have a skein of yarn for teachers' gifts. It's not going to get done because I don't have 2 sleeves.
I know, it's
Maybe
like...
I'll have a winter gift.
It's
Have a
been,
winter
it's
gift.
been so
January.
long since I've had to think about teacher gifts. Right?
It's hard,
But
man.
I did see when I was like doing the last like one of my teachers did like office hours, like extended office hours instead of the last class because we were like done. And the person who was talking to him after me had a little jar of fudge. I was
that's so nice.
oh, you're right. I should have made something. But next semester.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
making
Well,
something.
semester after next, because unfortunately spring semester teachers don't get holiday gifts.
They don't get anything.
Well, no, yeah. I was
Just-
thinking
but just
like
like an
I'll
end of
make,
class
I'll make,
gift,
yeah,
kind
like
of,
an end
yeah.
of class. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a sweet one.
Especially, if they're in your major or something, and you know you're going to see them over time.
Yeah.
You have a
Or
nice
like your
relationship with
advisor.
them.
Yeah.
We know
my
they're going to
advisor
grade
is
your
going
exams
on.
again.
Right.
Well, just you really like them. I mean, you've been loving your classes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You really have been,
You can see what kind of a student I was. I'm not going to ever see you again. Good for you.
Here you go. All right, I'm done with my whips.
All right, so I will do some of my whips. So this is a sock that I'm making for my Secret Santa in our extended family. Thank goodness we don't do gifts for all the adults anymore because it just really was.
good.
It went on for years. Well, and just it's just mental energy, and then none of us need anything. That's the thing. Like we have this whole questionnaire, and it's so sweet because. Well, I don't want to give it away, but anyway,
Yeah,
there was
the
one.
person
There was
I
one that
have.
we read that where someone like the last question, is I don't need, and the person who answered it, because we in our little, nuclear family all help each other with our Secret Santa gifts. Is I don't really need anything, which is so true. It's
So
like what do
true.
we need, or like the so. Anyway, I totally lost track of what I was saying.
So what
You're
you're
making
making a sock?
So making a sock, yeah. So for my person, I decided that it would be really fun to do socks with the tube. Ta-da-da.
Love the tube.
Actually, do you want to grab? We have some
That's the
tubes
West
over there.
Yorkshire Spinners holiday color. Which
This
color
is the holly berry. I do
Holly
think.
berry.
And the tube is long enough. And sorry, these are going to be a little crunchy. But the tube is long enough. It's like 6 times this length. That's how it's folded in sixths.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
one, or at least fifths. Maybe
I
I've
love
folded
this
it.
color line.
It's so
That's
cute.
the
This
candy
is candy
cane.
cane.
I love that.
This is candy cane. If we can, so we did sell a couple of these over the last few days, the pre-cranked. And actually, by the time the podcast goes up, it may be hard for you to get it shipped. But if you wanted to give it to somebody like this, you totally could do
yes.
that and then make like the on the
Do
heels
my
thing.
trick. Here's a kit that I will then take
That I will
back
make for
and
you.
Make for
Yeah.
you.
I was thinking of these socks for Ollie to make his rainbow.
Oh,
yes,
yes, that's
actually,
perfect.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of those for Ollie's rainbow socks too.
Yeah,
Because
it's a smaller stripe. It's like a
a
shorter
smaller-
repeat. So for a small person,
Yeah, it works better, and also he loves green, so I would do like
Pick up the
I would
green.
pick up the
and
green
do the green for the
for
heels
the
and everything.
contrast.
So yeah,
I'm
so
getting a clementine.
Oh, and that
lesson
Silent
later.
Night, that color there.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
other one.
yeah,
So I'll be able to crank. Maybe it'll be.
Ooh,
Yeah, so-
which is so perfect.
So you definitely can get 2 socks,
Oh,
2
that's
sets of socks
Perfect
out
for
of this.
winter
So,
solstice too. Look at
that's-
that.
I
Sparkle.
love the
Yeah.
It's so
sparkle.
sparkly.
so that's why I did two of the contrast balls because you definitely can
You need
get
two.
2 pairs out of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm using the holly berry color, which we did sell the one pre-cranked one that Jen did. Sorry, thank you.
We'll do another.
But
Maybe we could do like, I don't know if this is too much, but you know how Lush has like stickers of like made by, we could do like cranked by.
Oh, that
Because it's cranked by Clementine already, but you know.
yeah.
Cranked
Cranked
by
by so and
Haley
so on
on
Clementine.
Clementine.
Cranked it for you.
Cranked by Jen.
Yeah,
On
and
Clementine.
actually one thing I'm trying to do as we crank these different things is take a picture of the skein with the cranked tube.
Yes.
Because sometimes
Then
they
you know,
don't look
yeah.
exactly like you
Yeah.
would think they do. So I'll send you those, Amanda, if you
would
want
be
to put
great.
them on the
I could put
website.
them on.
Yeah, add them to like the color, like you make each
Well,
color have 2
and
slides
even
or
if-
whatever.
Even if you're not getting the tube cranked,
Well,
then
you'll
you
know
can
what
see
you'll know what it
No,
looks
yeah,
like if you're
especially
exactly.
for, like, for especially skeins like knitted wit, like if you wanted to see what
Yeah.
that type, because it doesn't look
Right.
I
as
don't-
you would
it's-
think. Sometimes it's more stripy.
It can be hard to
when you do
predict
it.
what
Yeah.
it's going to
And
look
knit
like.
it
different dyers dye different ways. So some
Yeah,
micro
different
stripes,
styles.
some like flash,
Some pool
do the
and-
right
right,
big flashing and
like
pooling.
the Bad
some,
Santa.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yep, so this is one of mine, and I am making myself a pair of socks, maybe before Christmas, we'll see, out of the rest of the tube with the red. There's kind of like an
perfect.
orangey red in
Oh,
that
that's
as my
so cute.
contrast. So, yeah, so that's it. And we're back.
We're
Hi, Amanda, we're back. All right.
Amanda had to run out. She had a hard stop. So we are back. And we are on whips.
We're on whips.
We're on whips.
So, if you've been watching Vlogmas, one of the things you've been seeing me do every day is work on my habitation throw. And actually, I didn't show it yesterday, because I didn't even talk about it yesterday, but I've mostly been doing it every day. I've been winding my skein. I'm doing the Dragon Horde Yarns, Yarn Cafe Creations, Harry Potter Advent, and this is the front here. Could you hold that end? Sorry.
You want me to hold the other?
No apologies.
Sure, I can get this side. So, what I have realized, I love it. It has been so fun to have a little thing to open every day.
Yeah.
We didn't actually open this morning because we left pretty early to get here. But, and now that Haley's home, we play a version of the guessing game that Natalie does with Kent.
I love
we are not putting it,
so
Nitty
fun.
Natty. Yep, we're not putting it in our vlog so far, but it just doesn't add another element of fun to it. It's like, what, what color do you think it is, and what, based on one person looks at the tag and one person looks at the yarn, and you try to guess and see.
Guess the name. One person guesses. You guess what the other one is. So if you
What
have
the
the
other one
tag,
has,
you guess
yeah.
what the color is. If you have the color, you guess what the name
of
is.
it is. Based
Nitty
on.
Natty is playing that with her Disney
Yeah.
one, right?
This one.
She's got the same one that I have.
No, but
she's
she's doing
also
the
doing a
guessing.
Disney
with
one.
She's
the
doing.
she's
She
doing
has a
guessing.
fangirl fibers with the Disney one.
That's
yes,
what it
yes.
is. Yeah.
And Haley has the Disney one from Dragon Horde Yarns
I
and Yarn
have
Cafe
the Yarn
Creations.
Cafe
Oh my
Creations
goodness.
The princess one, yeah.
That is
So
the Disney princess.
But I have had to look up almost
It's got
every one of
Stamine.
No mean queens.
Yeah. Not yet.
There
Love
may
the
be.
mean
There
queens.
may be.
I think there may be.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So it's been really fun. But one thing, this is the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. It's gonna be tiny. I'm almost to the middle.
Just keep going. Just make it big.
But
Are you using the whole skein?
I'm not, but this is the way the pattern is written. I'm using about what was, what was recommended. It's about 10 grams of each color, and I'm almost halfway through. This is like color 12.
So here's what I would totally do if I would keep going till you get to color 24 without doing the decreases, right? Because it's a corner to corner.
Yeah.
And then I would mirror it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then do the rest.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, but I kind of wanted to have enough. I was thinking I would do a Musselburgh out of the colors of this that I love. Like, that would be really fun. So.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really pretty,
I don't
too.
know. So I am going to keep going with this for now. I'm going to see how it goes. I may wind up actually making a shawl. I may wind up frogging the whole thing and making a shawl eventually, because there are some fun shawl patterns, too. I don't know. I'll see.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, here's one thing.
There's so many options.
We always talk about gauge. I know what a loose knitter I am, so I didn't even check my gauge. I'm just like, I'll use this size needle.
Yeah.
It probably is actually tighter than it's supposed to be, too.
Oh.
So that is part of it. I think that is part of it.
It's almost more of a shawl gauge than a blanket gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also,
I could see that.
through doing this, I'm not really convinced I want a fingering throw.
Okay.
So, it's a process thing. I gave it a try.
Like we say, the entertainment value.
Exactly.
It's the entertainment value, and you're doing a thing every day.
In our budgeting, Gene, like whenever I do buy yarn, like he's like, and what categories is this? I'm like, entertainment.
Yeah.
It totally is
Always
entertainment. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. We enjoy knitting. So the other thing you can do is you can always just knit straight off of this,
right? Exactly. Though, I don't know. I've never done the magic ball thing. Have you ever done magic ball?
I don't trust that knot.
I don't either. That's my whole thing. I know people swear by it, but I really am afraid of it. Have you ever had the break?
Yes.
Okay. See, I think they would. I really do.
I don't trust any knot, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I would do, so I will say, I believe my cousin Betsy, who, if she's watching this, hey Betsy.
Hi Betsy.
I know, I love Betsy. She's my favorite.
Yeah.
She's my favorite.
I remember she came like when we first opened, right at the other store. That was when I met her. Yeah.
Yeah, and because she lives down the shore in Jersey, and I believe, and maybe if she's watching, she'll correct me. I believe she did a magic ball, but she did it with Russian joins.
Yeah,
and that I can stand behind a Russian join.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that. And
that
would be
too.
a lot of finagling, but
it would still be worth it.
It'd be worth it. And I don't trust a magic knot. I'm sorry, I don't trust any knot where you clip it close.
Yeah,
because I've had too many things come undone.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you have a feltable wool,
right?
Where if you make that kind of knot and then you felt the bejesus out of it, or you have some kind of friction.
and this is not. This is superwash.
This is superwash. Yeah. So I mean, I know people swear by it, but like,
I don't know. There's just no reason.
I don't trust it.
Well, I mean, the reason is if you want to just take all your little scraps and make them easy to use. But the Russian join, I think that is very clever. Join. A Russian join. So a Russian join is when. Do you want to explain it?
Yes. Okay. So think of it like linking arms. You have one strand of yarn, and you fold it back on itself, and then you literally stitch it into itself with a needle. And then
so you're stitching the tail of the yarn through,
so
through
into
itself.
The self. This connects.
So here,
like
do linked arms. We're like this. So Jen stitches that through the rest of her arm. I stitch this through the rest of my arm.
Yep. And then you have a hard stop. So it's great for color work if you can do it with a felted a spit splice too, because you don't have to like weave it back up.
That's what I was used to. Yeah. I originally didn't even realize I just always thought of it in terms of the, felting after the fact, but you don't have to.
You don't have to, but
if you do
running
it with a superwash.
You take a nice sharp tapestry needle, and sharp actually makes a huge difference, especially if you're working on fingering.
Absolutely. You need to get between those plies. You need to weave it in there, and for a bit,
about 2 inches.
2 inches. That's what I was going to say.
2 inches or so. And then the nice thing is that you can do it loose, and then you run the other one through and do it loose, and then you pull it a little snug, and it goes.
It tightens up.
And then you wind it up. Yep. So it's a little bit more fiddly than a magic knot, but honestly, I would trust a Russian join.
Well, also because when you actually knit with that, you're knitting it over itself. So it is you're reinforcing it as opposed to putting pressure on it where it eventually can break.
Exactly.
If you have magic knot horror stories, let us know below.
Yes.
Because I'm one of those.
It.
I always think about the thing that can go wrong.
Well, this is the thing.
How I am.
I have had.
I got that from you.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Ellie.
In March 2020, everyone was like, "It'll be 2 weeks." I was like, "No, this is what my
gonna
brain
be
has been
forever."
working up.
Well, that's why I told you pack everything.
But this is, honestly, it's a sometimes anxiety comes in handy when you're like,
but I didn't want to be
scenario?
right. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be not.
Oh,
right.
I'm like 2 weeks. People know anything about the Spanish flu?
Learn your history, folks. But there are too many Afghans where someone's grandma or
years later there's a little
mine didn't weave in the ends, and or they cut them too close, or they tied a knot and there's no ends woven in, and they come undone, and then it's
really hard. When you fix it, you're going to see it because
like,
there's no yarn there to work with.
And I've done it myself.
You don't weave in your ends, the reason you weave in your ends is to make
reinforce,
it so that
to help it stay.
Plus, I hate the feel of a knot. I hate it in a blanket. I hate the feel of a knot. Oh God, it's the worst in a sock.
Mm-hmm. I knot because I am such a loose knitter. I knot when I'm joining things, and then I unknot when I'm weaving.
Well, that's fine.
I unknot and I cross the ends, and
to
me, it makes it sturdy when I'm. Because otherwise, if I don't knot, those stitches are always so loose on me.
Yes.
I'm just
then you're temporarily knotting to hold the yarn in place so the gauge is all there, and then you undo it later.
I undo it when I weave. And
that's totally fine.
I just go in the opposite directions. Yeah. I mean, occasionally, like on the edge of a hat or something, I will wind up leaving it, but only if I can't feel it. Only if it's small enough that I
won't leave it. But you know what? This is the thing where it's like I feel like in some ways I'm very like. Do your knitting. Do it the way you want. There's no right way or wrong way. But don't leave a knot.
But no knots. Oh, anyone who's taken one of Jen's sweater classes knows.
Don't leave a knot.
Yeah, no knots. No knots. No, and I mean...
Will I yell at you if you do? No.
Of course not.
Will I silently judge you? A little. Do I still love you? Of course.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so... all right, so
Haley.
So that's it for me for whips right now. And it's funny, I talked last time about the sweater I'm going to make with the spun right round tweed DK.
Yes.
And I think I am actually going to start that this afternoon because now I've finished my 2 palette cleanser hats in between. The Christmas stockings are off and with the family that
you don't have teacher gifts.
I don't have teacher gifts to do. I do have one other commission. There is this one sweet woman who has been coming in from like practically day one, who is having her first great grandchild, and she made this garter blanket. But she's so cute. She's like, Kathleen, can you please bind off? I know if I bind off, it'll be too tight. Kathleen. So whatever. I'm doing some finishing on it, and I'm gonna do duplicate stitch of the baby's name on it.
Oh.
As has been requested by, I guess, the baby's grandmother. I don't know. So
I love that.
So I do have one other thing I need to do, but she's actually flying down the day after Christmas for the baby shower.
Oh, wow.
So I've got a little time. I thought this was being shipped too. I'm like, okay, one more thing to squeeze in here ASAP.
Before shipping.
But it'll take me. There's quite a few ends, and this is going to take. I'll allocate 2 evenings to it, and then I should be good. But I really hope I start on my sweater.
Soon.
In between our cookie making, right?
Yeah,
Is
and our
Thursday going to be
Musselburgh.
cookie day?
I don't know.
I hope so.
A cookie making
Wasn't
Musselburgh
there-
hat?
Well, I want to do, because we have like little mini cows that we like to do. Like we like to work on the same pattern at the same time.
Yes.
Um,
That's true.
For a little extra motivation.
Yes.
But I've wanted to make a Musselburgh forever, and you want to make one.
Yes,
Because I think that
that's
would be
true.
a really good pattern for some of the single fingerings that I have that I'm
Yes,
like, they're
absolutely.
precious.
You're not going to use
But
it for
then it
socks, yeah.
shows it off
Yes,
in a
true.
bigger, wider
Yeah, something wearable. Yeah,
fabric.
something. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great pattern. It's for every gauge.
And the
Guys,
Yes,
it's awesome.
Yep. Yep.
That scratches my Tin Can Knits, Ysolda Teague. Like, here's a sweater for every size, for every gauge. Love it.
Yeah. So,
Me?
what are you working
Me
on?
whips?
You whips.
I am knitting a sock. So, I did some yarn.
As
The
for
detail.
Haley, was this birthday or I don't know? I gave it to you when you were going back to school or
yeah,
something.
Before,
And
yeah.
this one was actually on sale for like $8, but I thought it was so cute because
That's so cute.
she's so plant based.
She is plant-based.
And it reminds me of when we were at the V&A, like
Mhm.
summer 2019.
Mhm.
They had a food exhibit and they had little pins, and I wanted to get the one that said "may contain nuts" for me, because like the allergies, but also like it made me think of like your little
Well,
because I may contain nuts.
you may contain nuts.
I may be a little nutty.
So what sock are you working on?
So we're working on a sock. So
this was something you got at.
So this yarn is Toad Hollow.
Isn't that fun?
And it's
I love Toad
called
Hollow.
Mountain Day because the Toad Hollow ladies went to Smith and they have a Mountain Day as well.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I talked to them. I got to say hi at the Fiber Festival, the
At the New
Massachusetts
England Fiber Festival. Yeah.
So
Oh,
Isn't that so
Um,
fun?
I got a
love
couple.
that.
I forget what the other. They had a couple. They had a couple like leftovers from their Princess Bride collection, and I liked the blue. Like I like blue anyway, and I turned it over and it said it was called As You Wish. I was like, that's it. I can't not buy it. It's coming with me.
That's so fun.
So this one's called Mountain Day. So I'm making them now. So I wear them next Mountain Day. They're going to be my Mountain Day
Yay.
socks because they're called Mountain Day.
That's so fun.
And if you're uninitiated in the historically women's college traditions, Mountain Day is a day where you go climb the mountain.
Well, and also
Classes
it's
are canceled.
It's the Massachusetts women's colleges, right?
Mhm.
Because I was going to say, Bryn Mawr's got no mountain.
Yeah, it's just Smith and Mount Holyoke, but I'm pretty sure Mount Holyoke had it first.
I think you're probably right.
So, and basically, this has been going on, I think, since the school started, where
Yeah.
it's a day in the fall, and it is not announced in advance, and
Oh yeah, it's
not,
secret. There's all like, and so far I'm 1 for 1 for like, because there's days where people are like, oh, I hope it's Mountain Day tomorrow. I don't want to do my homework, but like for genuine, like it's going to be Mountain Day tomorrow. I'm 1 for 1. So
Mhm. Well,
Nice.
because it's when it's like it's early October usually. Is it? It can be late
this
September,
time it was
early
the last
October.
day of September, but usually
Okay,
it's like
okay.
within a 3-week, like last week of September, first 2 weeks of October.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be a nice fall day where it's not too cold, not too warm.
Mhm.
Definitely not too warm
because
you have to
people
walk
go
up the
hiking. They hike up the mountain. So,
Yeah.
but it's such a fun tradition. And was it
And then
a
there's
Friday
ice
this
cream
time?
at the top. I think it was a Thursday.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have classes on Friday, so
Right, yeah. And I think no one has classes on Friday, or mostly, right?
a
You
lot
said.
of people don't. And
Yeah.
it turns out I don't have to have a Friday lab next semester, so
Woohoo!
Oh, nice. Very
Friday's
nice.
off.
Yeah.
still need
All
to fix
about
my-
managing your schedule.
Yeah.
So is that the only whip you have?
Right now, yes, I do have a hat for the hat drive that I'm
Oh yeah,
crocheting.
you should. Oh,
And I'm working on this pattern. I did do, it's very much inspired by the crayon hat pattern from what Morgan makes, so you should just get that one. But
and
this is, I'm
Is it a little
developing-
bit like Rachel's coworker beanie too? Rachel Newen. Have you
yes,
seen that one?
Yes,
Yeah.
like the one that Amanda made.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that vibe of like that construction. Yes.
The
I
horizontal.
haven't
not
used
horizontal,
Rachel's
vertical
pattern.
construction.
So
Mhm.
yes. Or it's horizontal construction and then you wear it vertical.
Mm-hmm. Well,
side to side.
Call it. Yeah.
Side to side construction with crochet.
It's like a little bit,
like
you do some decreases towards the top to make like the crown not bunch up. And like sometimes the bunching is like a style.
Can be cute.
But
you want that.
I'm just trying out different things because I did make one for Justine and I wrote up my notes from that one to call it the Justine hat.
A friend from school.
A friend from school who is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
We find each other. And this one is a little bit different because I just have been getting ideas while I'm working on them. So this is for the first one I made was also for the hat drive. And so this one is for the hat drive as well.
Uh-huh. And the hat drive will be over by the time you see this.
Yeah,
the hat drive is actually over tomorrow.
I'm glad I can like make a couple before when I got back because I didn't have any like hat drive yarn with me. So, but then I have this, which is technically a whip to be, but it's also an unwhip because it was a hat and I took it out because I really love this. I actually got this at a Spas Tricot, like the first time we went there. And it's single fingering, and so I was like, ooh, I'll make like a coworker beanie with holding the single fingering double inspired by Saysha's the one that had Amanda showed, the double held single fingering double detail
the skeleton.
on this one right here. And so I just didn't love it, and I then decided I want a red hat because I like my red glasses with my hair and my face. So I want a red hat
have the
to
red
match
coordination
the
going. Yes.
But this I'll do like a top. So this one's going back into the stash for a little bit, but
fun.
It's gonna recirculate and stash.
yes, it will. You'll see it eventually. So
Excellent.
that's what I'm doing, and this one has. I'm trying out a on this sock. I'm trying out a little rolled hem
Oh, fun.
where I didn't do any ribbing, and I just did knitted straight away.
Like a Rose City roller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your 9-inch circulars, man. I
She's so I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would like it, but
And yet.
And
there
yet
we
you
are.
like made almost an entire sock one day on them, didn't you? Or
Yeah.
did you do it? I think at one of
I made a sock one day. I made one sock
an
in
entire
one day,
fingering sock.
but that wasn't the first sock I did
Dang.
on
No,
9
but
inch,
you,
but
you
I
knew
have
how
done
much.
that. And then also, what I'm wearing is a sorry to
With the sample tag.
the sample tag, the Juniper Moon Farm, the
It's
cardigan.
a little cardigan. What is it called?
It's called the Eli jacket
It's cute.
It is really cute.
in moonshine.
Actually, really easy.
I really wanted to. I've always wanted something in moonshine, like a sweater.
Moonshine is
So I wanted
lovely.
to try it out and see how it feels because I love the colors.
That
This
was
has
super
been
wearable.
a
Yeah.
good like re-entry into knitting pattern. Like every now and then we have somebody who comes in who says, "Oh, I used to knit all the time. I made sweaters. I made I did color work, whatever. But I haven't knit in 20 years." I'm like, "So, do you want to start with a hat or a cowl?" I'm like, "No, I want to do a sweater."
Yeah.
So when the people say that, this is the one I recommend because really it's like it's kind of like riding a bicycle. It's mostly stockinette. It's got some ribbing. If you have made
Cute
sweaters in the past,
details, very wearable.
It's cute, but it's not too hard. It really isn't. Yeah, and we
like
have
that.
a pattern pad for that actually too. So
great.
if somebody buys the sweater quantity of yarn for it, they can get the pattern.
And we should also mention Sock Bingo is wrapping up.
Yes, it is. It is.
It's December 31st, right?
Yep, end of the year.
So you guys post your socks in our
Yes.
Ravelry group or on
Yes.
Instagram with the hashtag, right?
Yarnia Sock Bingo.
Yarnia Sock Bingo, and get your prizes.
Yes, so
Cheer.
we have a few left of the original, the first Sock Bingo board, the wooden markers from Chronicles. I sent out this week a couple of the acrylic ones to the first couple of people to get Sock Bingo on board too. And so far we have 2 people that have posted that they completed the board. And and it can be either board. I mean, I would expect most people who complete a board would do board 1 because it's been out since June.
Yeah.
But hey, if you finish board 2, that counts too.
That is
We came up with a
awesome.
fabulous prize. Remember when you and Amanda and I were talking recently
Yes.
about it? So
And I don't remember what it was.
I wrote it down. I didn't remember either, but I did find my note about it.
This is why Kathleen is good.
This is why I write everything down. It's like, oh yeah, that's what we said.
The brain. There's a hole in the back there. Everything falls
Things
out.
leak out.
We really did have a great idea, and I really don't.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't recall.
I'll tell you later. So anyway, you'll love it. We still have to find a vendor to make it, but we will. And it's so if you are close, consider this warning that you will kick yourself if you don't do that last square to finish the board. Get it done because it's a really super prize.
You're gonna love it.
So all right, yeah, that's a great point to end on.
So don't forget to post below to let us know what tutorials you want to see from us that we don't already have. So you too can win
a drawing for the Gleaner.
The best thing in the world.
Gleaner of your choice.
Best thing.
From what we have in stock at the time. And so hope you're enjoy watching Vlogmas through the 25th.
I hope you're having a great December.
Yes.
Regardless of what you celebrate, I hope it's a chill-ish time of
year.
Hope
you get some downtime at some point before the new year starts.
Wish you some crafting time.
Yes.
Before we hit 2022.
Yeah, 2022 is creeping up.
It is. Not too far away.
In the meantime, make sure to like and subscribe to us down below. You can click on the alarm bell and you'll get notifications of when we post new videos. Not just the podcast, but tutorials and Vlogmas and all that kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Comment below. What else? Oh, and follow us online, shopyarnia.com. You can sign up for the newsletter there. You can
get
go
your patterns there.
Get your patterns there. Get Amanda's Prosecco Hat and soon to be Prosecco Mitts once they come up.
Yeah.
And then Ravelry, we're Shop Yarnia. Instagram, we're Shop Yarnia. Facebook, we're Shop Yarnia. We're Shop Yarnia everywhere. And guys, if you don't get the newsletter, just a reminder that you can go onto our Facebook page and you can we post it. There's a link to it. So if you saw something in the newsletter and you can't find it or whatever,
it's probably a lot easier to find it on Facebook.
Go look on Facebook.
Yeah, because the pictures are like all kind of are in one area and everything. Yeah, it's a handy format for it.
Very handy.
I'm also wearing socks.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing socks too, but I'm not as flexible as Haley, and I will kick myself in the face before I end up doing that.
Or you'll kick me.
Or I'll kick Kathleen.
I'm not wearing socks. Of any kind.
That was my wearable.
That was your wearable. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll
Take
care.
See you soon.
We'll see
Bye.
You soon. Bye.